So very good morning, everyone. So we have started the crisis of the democratic order. Before that, we are talking about the Congress system, Congressism, right? Then what are the conditions of the Congress? How? What are the challenges? How it was struggling, and at the same time, how it overcome with the challenges and the restoration of the Congress system. So restoration of the Congress system is very simple. Restoration of the Congress system doesn't mean the Congress system या Congress restored हुआ. That already I explained you each and every one. Restoration of the Congress system में Congress government फिर से strong हुआ. That's why it's a critical analysis you can say. उसको आप अपना restoration समझिए या restoration into the power समझिए. Restoration of the Congress system होता कि कांग्रेस का फुटहोल्ड अच्छा होता, उनका आपसी विवाद या whatever the problems they are having, that would be sorted out. But the thing were not like that, right? Rather, it was being splitted into Congress R, Congress O. In the history of Indian political system और democracy हर चीज कर दिया गया जो कि parliamentary parliamentary system है, constitutional system के हिसाब से unparliamentary है. So lot many things being done you can say during the course of the time, and everything that the shake off in order to save their own government. Article 356 being used several times during that particular period of time itself also, and uh, and rather you can say the misuse of the Article 356, right? Wherever they are not able to make the government and able to form the government, they dismiss that government and with the coalitions और जोड़ तोड़ से defection से government बना. So like that, so many things being discussed in the previous chapter. In the crisis of the democracy, this is the chapter which is linked to the previous chapter. That's why whenever I'm going to this particular chapter, or definitely that I have to link a little to the previous chapter. Economic context, yesterday I was talking about lots of problems were there at that time. Indira Gandhi came to the power with Garibi Hatao. Lot many problem was persisted. The problem of the cultivators, you can say, the problem for the students, problem in terms of the economy, right? Our GDP has gone down at the time. So many things being done during the course of the time. So that then the Marxist group, they form their own separate organizations. Then Naxalite problem, then the problem of the price rise, then US government not supported India at that particular period of time, the formation of Bangladesh, failure of monsoon, many more, right? So lot many problems that the government was confronting at that time, right? Next, coming to the next one is, yesterday I was talking about the Naxalites movement. Naxalites movement, presently you can say it's being spread in about 5-7 districts, basically 5 to 7 states and several districts of India. Basically, this is the problems, or I can say this is the movement by the Adivasi against the landlords and all these people. They do feel that they are the most oppressive section of the society, and it's very violent. Today also still you can find out in the Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, part of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, then West Bengal, these are Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. These are the area you could have find out. Then some part of Karnataka also you could have find out, but still you can find out the Naxalites problem. 1967, a pigeon uprising took place in the Naxalbari police station area of Darjeeling Hill district in West Bengal. 1967, Naxalbari police station, that's in the district of Darjeeling, and an uprising of peasants, cultivators, right? Under the leadership of the local cadres of the Communist Party of India, Marxist. Communist Party का Marxist का local cadre, because they are the socialist thinkers, you can say. So they went on a strike, uprising, protest. Beginning from the Naxalbari police station, the peasants movement spread to the several states of India and came to refer as broadly the Naxalite movement. In 1969, they broke off from the CPIM and a new party, Communist Party, Marxist-Leninist, CPIML, Marxist and Leninist, was formed under the leadership of Charu Majumdar. Charu Majumdar was a veteran political leader, right from the having a long political background, you can say. It argued that democracy in India was a shame and decided to adopt a strategy to protected guerrilla warfare in order to lead the revolution. According to him, because this particular section, they are the unprivileged section of the society, so that our rights and the rights has to be snatched away from the government and the upper section of the society by guerrilla warfare, right? Attack करके violent activity के साथ. So Naxalite movement has used force to snatch land from the rich landowners and give it to the poor and the landless. Its supporters advocated the use of violent means to achieve their political goals. In spite of the use of preventive detentions and other strong measures adopted by the West Bengal government, you know what is a preventive detention? जेल में ऐसे ही रख लेना, उसके बाद तो फिर new laws being passed later period of time. The Naxalites movement did not come to an end. In later years, it spread to many other parts of the country, and the Naxalites movement has by now splintered into the various parties and the organizations. Some of these parties, like CPI-MN, Liberations, participated in open and democratic politics. Currently, about 75 districts in 9 states are affected by Naxalite violence. Most of these are very backward area inhabited by Adivasis. In these areas, the sharecroppers, undertenant, and small cultivators are denied their basic rights with regard to the security of tenure of their work, you can say, or their share in the productions, payment of the fair wages. These are the basic problems. Basically, the problems about the cultivators, you can say, it was being started. Post-labor exploitations of the resources by the outsider and exploitations by moneylenders are also common in these area, because even the literacy rate is also very low in this particular area. So this condition led to the growth of Naxalites movement, and this is the group of the people. They started agitating against the government, and not only the government, at the same time the landowners and the rich section of the society. Government have been taken strain measures to dealing with the Naxalites movement. Human rights activists have criticized the government for violating constitutional norms in dealing with the Naxalites. Many thousands of people have lost their lives in the violence by the Naxalites and the anti-Naxalite violence by the government. So this problem is still persistent, you can say. Still this problem you can find out in the country. In whatever the district they are telling you, and still you can find out in these districts we are struggling with the Naxalites problem, right?
There are according to new data, there are 16 districts in all over India which are affected by Naxalite.
Not
and
all over
highest
India.
Number
Actually, the area.
There are 60.
No, it's not all over area. Naxalite is basically it's a group of people, and they are still, you can say, those who follow the policies or the principles of Maoist. And the state or the area, not even the entire area, the state and the area, which usually most of the people, those who are Adivasi, tribal section of the society, there only we can find out Naxalite program. In UP, you don't have any Naxalism in UP, right? In Odisha,
So, but there are, sir, according to data, sir, there are 3 districts in Uttar Pradesh which are listed in the list that they are declared as the Naxalite area.
Naxalite area, but
the district of Mirzapur and
which state? Which district? Anyway, see, the problem is aggravating, but the problem is not like what earlier it was today, because the state I belongs to, the place I lived in, that's
Yes,
a Naxalite area. मैं जिस एरिया से आता हूँ, उड़ीसा का, right? That's a Naxalite area. So there was a time when I was a student, you can say.
In Odisha, there are 5 districts.
Maybe 5 districts or 10 districts, but there is no such violent activities being taken place the way it was. आप लोग तो Naxalites का क्या situation है जानते ही नहीं हैं फिर अभी. There was a situation, the situation was such, and it's being so terrorized, you can say, in our area, you can say, that शाम हो गया तो कोई घर से बाहर नहीं निकल सकता है. हम अपने कॉलेज पढ़ने के लिए जाते थे, because that's far away from my own village, 60-70 किलोमीटर होता था, and basically it belongs to the upper class section of the society. तो बकायदा हमारे गांव से जितना लड़के जाते थे एक साथ एक ग्रुप होता था, and we are being well protected by the police, and हम लोग को अपना कॉलेज में ड्रॉप कर दी जाती थी. देन जब आना भी होता था तो पहले से इंफॉर्मेशन दे के हम लोग को वहां से उठा के लाया जाता था। शाम के बाद कोई बाहर निकल नहीं सकता है, राइट। एवरी देन एंड नाउ यू कैन से यूज्ड टू गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन कि किसी को मार के उसका सर टांग दिया गया है गांव के बाहर। सो लॉट मेनी एक्टिविटीज यू कैन से, बट नाउ in last 10 years you can say there is no such even incident in Odisha also, no such incident. Hardly you can find out such type of incident in Chhattisgarh, hardly find. Still there is little bit a problem in Jharkhand, there is some little bit problem in Maharashtra, right, the Basti area in that particular area of Maharashtra, and little bit area in Telangana. But there is no such, you can say, the radical leadership is no more existence, because अब हुआ क्या है, दांतेवाड़ी एरिया में आपको न्यूज मिलता है महीना 2 महीना 3 महीने के बाद एक बार देखोगे सीआरपीएफ वालों को अटैक करते हैं, क्योंकि वहां पे इतना ह्यूज नंबर्स के हिसाब से वो लोग सरेंडर कर चुके हैं। देन पुलिस फोर्सेस अब इसको डील नहीं करता है। पहले हुआ करता क्या करता था कि पुलिस उसको डील करते थे एंड पुलिस उन लोगों से मिले हुए होते थे, राइट। इसलिए प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशंस नहीं निकल पा रहा था। देन गवर्नमेंट क्या किया, या तो आर्मी पुलिस लगा दे या तो सीआरपीएफ लगा दे। फिर आर्मी पुलिस और सीआरपीएफ उसी एरिया को लगा दिया गया। देन द सिचुएशन हैज इंप्रूव्ड अ लॉट। आज भी थोड़ा बहुत है, बिकॉज दिस इज पॉलिटिक्स। किसी ना किसी पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स का ब्लेसिंग से ही ये लोग हैं आज भी। सो आज भी थोड़े बहुत है, बट नथिंग लाइक यू कैन से इट्स अ डिजीज फॉर द कंट्री। वो सब नहीं रह गया है। माओइस्ट भी खत्म है, नक्सलाइट्स खत्म हो गया है। देन उधर आपका जो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स में जितना भी इंसर्जेंसी था सब खत्म हो गया। बट देयर वाज अ टाइम व्हेन आई वाज अ स्टूडेंट, इवन इन ग्रेजुएशन एंड द पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन इन 90s, इन दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम यूज्ड टू बी बहुत ही कॉमन था। एवरी डे जब न्यूज पेपर पढ़ते थे तो हम पहले यही पढ़ते थे। हमें अगर कहीं एग्जाम देने जाते थे तो यही सब आता था, राइट, बिकॉज लॉट मेनी इश्यूज वर देयर, फ्रैक्शनलिज्म वर देयर, बहुत कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ करता था उस टाइम। बट नाउ इट्स नो मोर। हाँ, वो था, रह गए हैं तो रहेंगे, उनका कुछ ना कुछ बेसिक प्रिंसिपल के साथ कुछ ना कुछ चला रहे हैं, बट नो सच मेजर इंसिडेंट। से कभी कदार देखोगे कि साल 2 साल में एक छोटा मोटा इंसिडेंट हो जाता है, अदरवाइज नो मोर, राइट। बिकॉज नाउ द पीपल ऑल्सो दे अंडरस्टैंड, एंड जो इनइक्वालिटी सोसाइटी में था एक्चुअली वही इनइक्वालिटी रह भी नहीं गया है। लैंडलॉर्डिज्म रह नहीं गया है, राइट, वो एक्सप्लॉइटेशन रह नहीं गया है कि नहीं तो गांव में इवन आई आल्सो न्यू इट, राइट। नदी में नहाने के लिए जाते थे तो जिस एरिया में हम लोग नहाते थे उस एरिया के आसपास तक कहीं पे भी शेड्यूल कास्ट शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स के लोग नहीं नहाते थे। दे आर कंप्लीटली बीइंग प्रोहिबिटेड। लेकिन आज ना शेड्यूल कास्ट ना अपर कास्ट कोई नहीं नहाने जाता है नदी में। हर घर में अपना अपना व्यवस्था है। सो लॉट मेनी थिंग्स बीइंग चेंज, यू कैन से। Still I can find out even in my village, the temple, Jagannath Ji temple we are having, there only the upper class people are allowed. And still एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया तक ही बाकी लोगों को जाने के लिए मिलता है, आज भी है। बट नाउ इट बिकम यूज्ड टू सिस्टम एंड एक सोसाइटी में कोहेजन स्टार्ट हो गया है। सो ऐसा एज सच प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है नक्सलाइट का, बट यस देयर इज नक्सलिज्म। एनीवे, नेक्स्ट गुजरात एंड बिहार मूवमेंट। Students protest in Gujarat and Bihar, both of these were Congress-ruled state, the time I'm talking about, had far-reaching impact on the politics of these two states and the national politics. And initially, central government को इंदिरा गांधी को लगा कि तो वो तो छोटा सा इशू है, but later period of time ये पूरा उनको ruin कर दिया. In January 1974, students in Gujarat started an agitation against rising price of food, cooking oil, and other essential commodities. Also, the corruption was at high places, red tapeism was there, government offices. The students' protests were joined by a major opposition party and became widespread, leading to the impositions of the president rule in the states. The opposition party demanded fresh elections to the state legislature. Morarji Desai, you might remember, my last chapter में बताया था, Morarji Desai the strong opponent of Indira Gandhi, right? जब इंदिरा गांधी प्राइम मिनिस्टर हुई तो मोरारजी देसाई कांग्रेस ओ में चले गए थे। So Morarji Desai basically belongs to Gujarat. So he was a major leader in Gujarat, a prominent leader of Congress O, who was the main rival of Indira Gandhi. Then he was in the Congress. Announced that he would go on indefinite fast in fresh elections were not held in the states. Under intense pressure from the students supported by the opposition political party, assembly elections are ultimately held in Gujarat in 1975 June. And the Congress was defeated, हार गया, right? And the similar incident taken place in Bihar. March 1974, students came together in Bihar to protest against the rising of price. The similar thing, food scarcity, unemployment, corruption at high prices. And it was being led by the prominent leader JP Jayaprakash Narayan. Right? Jayaprakash Narayan is a very prominent leader, and the popular movement and the popular protest, how to go for a popular movement and such type of spontaneous movement. If you can take the example, that's from the Jayaprakash movement, JP movement, right? JP movement ने पूरा देश को हिला के रख दिया था. Who had given up the active politics and was involved in social work to lead the students' movement. He accepted it on the condition that the movement will remain non-violent and not confined to Bihar. It will go across the country. Pan India movement करवाना था उनको. कोई violent activity नहीं होगा and बिहार में restricted नहीं होगा. पूरे चारों तरफ देश में इसको फैलाना था. Thus, the students' movement assumed a political character and had national appeal. I witnessed a movement. At that time, I was 74, 75 months, तो मैं तो पैदा भी नहीं हुआ था. Anyway, I witnessed a movement, you can say, that's known as Mandal Commission. Anti-Mandal Commission recommendations movement चल रहा था 1988-89 के time का, right? And the student movement, I remember, you can say, I was in college, university at that time, and our college, university, everything being shut down, closed over the night for around 6 months, 6 महीने के लिए बंद हो गया था, and it was across the country. ऐसा कोई state, ऐसा कोई college, university नहीं बचा था कि जो बंद ना हो गया हो. Intense movement was there, right? Who started from Delhi University and spread across the country, and it was a spontaneous movement. Anti-Mandal commissions. That was a reservation, 27% reservation for OBCs. Later it was being approved. Jayaprakash Narayan demanded the dismissal of the Congress government in Bihar and gave a call for the total revolutions in social, economic, and political sphere in order to establish what he considered to be a true democracy. Means that's why this revolution is known as total revolution. Dismissal of the Congress government in Bihar and total revolution in terms of social change, economic change, and in the political sphere also. पूरे तीनों स्पेयर में टोटल रेवोल्यूशन, टोटल चेंज चाहते थे. A series of burns, घेराव्स, strikes were organized in protest against the Bihar government, and the government, however, refused to resign. Though it started, because JP belongs to Bihar, so though it started from Bihar, and बिहार से ही पहले फुटहोल्ड करके फिर नेशनल लेवल पे across the country वो जाना चाह रहे थे. The movement was beginning to influence national politics. JP wanted to spread the Bihar movement to the other parts of the country, and that was his agreement also when he left the active politics and to become the part of the students movement. This will not confine to Bihar; it will go across the country. Alongside the agitations led by Jayaprakash Narayan, the employees of the railway gave a call for the nationwide strike. Railway employee भी आ गए उसमें, and they also went on the nationwide strike. This threatened to paralyze the country. अगर railway system बंद हो जाए, you could have already witnessed, you can say, देखे होगे, अभी भी hardly 20% ट्रेन भी नहीं चल रहे हैं. जब रेलवे सिस्टम पैरालाइज हो जाता है, बंद हो जाता है, तो पूरा देश कैसे पैरालाइज हो जाता है. That already you have witnessed during this pandemic. In 1975, JP led a people march to Parliament, march to Delhi. This was one of the largest political rallies ever held in the capital. He was now supported by non-Congress opposition party like Bharatiya Janata Sangh, the present BJP, the Congress O, right, the old veteran leaders of the Congress, Bharatiya Lok Dal, the Socialist Party, and the others. These parties were projecting JP as an alternative to Indira Gandhi. Jayaprakash Narayan को इंदिरा गांधी के alternative ये लोग देखने लग गए, because they had an experience, these grand alliances and experience. They didn't have a projected leadership, you can say, with some basic principles and agenda. That's why they lost election. तो अब उनको दिखने लगा कि नहीं, JP एक better alternative है इंदिरा गांधी के अगेंस्ट में. So all these oppositions, they came under one umbrella. These parties were projecting JP as an alternative to Indira Gandhi. However, there are many criticisms about his ideas and about the politics of mass agitations that he is employing, both the Gujarat and Bihar agitations. were seen as anti-Congress rather than opposing the state governments. They were seen as a protest against the leadership of Indira Gandhi. She believed that the movement was motivated by the personal oppositions to her. Indira Gandhi told that it's not an agitation of the students, or you can say, or the mass agitation made by the different political party or the government and all these things. This is personal attack to Indira Gandhi, and it's being personalized in terms of the politics, not taking any national cause. Railway strike 1974. What happened when the railway stopped running? You have already witnessed. क्या हो सकता है? Lunar such tiring actually happens in 1974 also. The National Coordination Committee for the Railwaymen Struggle, led by George Fernandez, gave a call for the nationwide strike by all employees of the railways for pressing their demands related to bonus and service conditions. George Fernandez, you know, he was the veteran political leader of Janata Dal and the then defense minister also. The government was opposed to these demands, so the employee of India's largest public sector undertaking went on a strike in May 1974. The strike by the railway employee added to the atmosphere of labor unrest, because largest section of the organized labor आज भी वर्ल्ड का अगर कहीं काम करते हैं तो इंडियन रेलवे में काम करते हैं. The strike by the railway employees added to the atmosphere of labor unrest. It also raised issue like rights of the work and whether the employee of the essential services should adopt measures like strikes. The government declared the strike illegal because the government employee, they cannot went on strike like this, and which is you can say public welfare or any activity which is of the essential commodities and the services, you can say, you can't went on strike. Bank का strike ये सब strike legal नहीं होता है because that's the essential services. पुलिस अगर स्ट्राइक में बैठ गए, डॉक्टर स्ट्राइक में बैठ जाएंगे, टीचर स्ट्राइक में बैठ जाएंगे, these are all essential services. It also raised issue like rights to the workers and whether the employees of the essential services should adopt the measures like strikes. The government declared the strike illegal. As the government refused to consider the demand of the striking workers, arrested many of their leaders and deployed the territorial army to protect railway tracks. The strike had to be called off after 20 days without any settlement. Kitna din chalega. Right? This is all about. Tomorrow we will be going for the conflicts in between legislatures and judiciary, and this is not a newer concept. Even today also the oppositions, they put a blame on like this. The government unauthorizedly, you can say, judiciary को भी encroachment करता है, executive को तो करता ही है. So like that, the things being done at that time also. And why I'm talking about the conflict with the judiciary, because judiciary को एक चीज को मना कर दिया था, and in spite of that Indira Gandhi took that decisions, because the emergency जो लगाया गया था, that emergency was completely illegal at that time, and court उसको मना कर दिया. हाँ जी.
Sir, I want to ask a question.
You want?
Sir, I want to ask a question.
हाँ, louder.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm saying that when the devaluation of currency was done by Indira Gandhi in the previous chapter we studied, what was the reason for that?
They're not audible, beta.
Sir, devaluation reasons. Why the Indian rupees were devaluated?
What? If
Sir,
anyone here, can you please tell me what he is asking?
Sir, Indian rupees were devaluated by Indira Gandhi. What was the reason?
Devaluation?
Yeah, what was the reason?
The reason for the devaluation?
Yes, sir.
Very simple. In any of the time, what is the reason for the devaluation? What is the reason for the devaluation? The devaluation reason, see, already I told you, that was the time of the acute shortage of food grains, continuously, consecutively, the failure of the monsoon, price rise. So जब ये सब होंगे तो devaluation होगा. Devaluation होता कब है? जब demand as compared to the demand और जो supply होते हैं, supply कम हो जाएगा, demand as usual situation पे है. हमें food grains खाते हैं, 100 kg का हमें 100 क्विंटल का जरूरत ही है, लेकिन आपका प्रोडक्शन हुआ ही नहीं. प्रोडक्शन 80 क्विंटल का प्रोडक्शन हुआ है, लेकिन हमारा डिमांड तो 100 क्विंटल का है. जो 1 kg सपोज राइस 20 रुपए का था तो ऑटोमेटिकली कितना का हो जाएगा, 25 रुपए का हो जाएगा। तो मनी का वैल्यू घटा कि बढ़ा? मनी का वैल्यू घट गया। जहां पे भी डिमांड एंड सप्लाई में कहीं इंपैक्ट होगा तो आपका मनी का डिवैल्यूएशन हो जाएगा। एंड डिमांड एंड सप्लाई इन एवरी रेस्पेक्ट आज डिवैल्यूएशंस पे हैं, जीडीपी आप नेगेटिव में चल रहे हैं। रीजन इज वेरी सिंपल, आज तो लोगों के पास पैसा भी नहीं है। सो इन्फ्लेशन एंड डिफ्लेशन दीज आर द पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द इकोनॉमी। कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, राइट? सो द डिवैल्यूएशन का सिंपल रीजन, डिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ मनी, यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ मनी। डिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ मनी का बहुत ही सिंपल रीजन होता है, कुछ नहीं, इफ सप्लाई एंड डिमांड का जो एक प्रोपोर्शनेट होता है, प्रोपोर्शनेट चलते हैं, वो अगर मैच नहीं किया तो फिर हो जाएगा, डिवैल्यूएशन हो जाएगा, राइट? बिकॉज हमारा जो परचेसिंग पावर है, परचेसिंग पावर घट जाता है। परचेसिंग पावर घटने का मतलब 1000 रुपए में तुम जितना सामान पहले खरीद सकते थे, वही 1000 रुपए लेके मार्केट जाओगे तो तुम इतना नहीं खरीद के ला पाओगे। उसका मतलब तुम्हारा परचेसिंग पावर घट गया। तुम्हारा परचेसिंग पावर घट गया मतलब तुम्हारा पैसे का वैल्यू कम हो गया। इससे सबसे ज्यादा अफेक्टेड कौन होते हैं? दोज हु आर द सैलरीड पीपल। क्योंकि अभी एकाएक अगर इन्फ्लेशन हो गया, डिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ मनी हो गया, तो मेरा सैलरी नहीं ना बढ़ जाएगा। मेरा सैलरी तो साल भर के लिए स्टैग्नेंट है, तो मेरा सैलरी स्टैग्नेंट है, तो उसी सैलरी में मुझे ज्यादा पैसा देकर सामान खरीदना पड़ेगा। सो दैट्स द डिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ मनी। ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट, टेक केयर।